What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a March monthly manifestation for the sign of Gemini. Okay, Gemini, you are last but not least on the zodiac lineup for Group 2. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So, take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay, so Gemini, I will let you guys know, and everyone else in group two hopefully is aware because I pretty much said it on everyone's reading. You guys, I know, are out of sync. Okay, divine intervention. Okay, basically, group three went before you guys. Something about y'all's energy. Um, for you guys, it's different from all the earth signs together. Maybe some compromising energy going on Gemini. Okay, and so kind of letting the energy kind of dissipate a little bit by doing group one and group three before you guys. Okay, it gives your ancestors, spirit, divine, also through me, to give you guys clear messages. Okay, as you know, I usually will say, these readings in particular off the jump are for sun, moon, rising, and Venus. Okay, as of lately. Normally I don't say Venus, but that obviously is also added in for particular placements. So, as you know, you can have someone kind of come in on your energy, and their energy kind of takes over the reading a little bit, and then it doesn't resonate for you. So, monthly manifestations is really important to divine for you guys and me, so that way it kind of helps you for your overall energy for the month. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you guys understand it. Hopefully, it will just be for this month. Um, I don't know what might happen come next month. It may happen again, and so it'll also probably be the case for your preliminary readings for the rest of the month. Okay, so that's why you guys are last for the month of March. So, with that being said, as far as a group, okay, so, with that being said, all right, this is again the third month of the year, and so it's about mind, body, and spirit. So, we definitely want the messages to be clear, okay, for you guys in that placement. Today is the 10th, new moon is today, all right? Is an awakening happening around this day. It is about really tapping into your crown chakra, your intuition, okay? And kind of protecting it and following it, okay? So if you've been seeing 1010 as of lately, that is what Spirit and Divine have been preparing you for, okay? So this month is about the feeling of accomplishment of your life goals, not materialistic, not really physical, although maybe a few of you may have been able to acquire something that was really needed for you, okay? But spiritually, it's also about setting the tone for your spiritual health and wealth, and just, recalibrating yourself, mind, body, and spirit, okay? And so that is for the 10th. Of course, that's new ideas, new creations, new ideologies, if you will, that you guys need to get started on or have already. Okay. Now, on top of that, we have the 17th, which is the first quarter moon. And that is your progress report in the sense of any progress being made, checking in with yourself to see what other things you need to work on. All right, that is literally 7 days. Okay, inner strength is needed on your part in regards to even just daylight savings time, energy wise, but you guys should be fine. But it will be the inner strength to maybe follow your intuition and change some things as kind of like mulling or rolling over from February. Okay. Anything that you weren't able to tie up at the end of February has rolled over. So you're still working on that. Okay. And both of those moon phases are on a Sunday. So take the time to, if you can, if that's the time for you to reevaluate things, take advantage of it, so that way you know what to do in the week moving forward. Okay, so that way, come the 25th, which is the full moon phase, the last phase of the month, which is the completion phase of either acquiring or tying up loose ends on the 25th, which is a Monday. Okay, so you get a full week and a day to get some things completed. Okay, and again, I will say probably the same for you. May not be, maybe only for a few, in the sense of you have done what you need to do. Now the rest is on someone else, or passing the baton, if you will, so that way you can tackle something else. Okay, so with that being said, let's go ahead and get into your reading so we can see what energy is looming around these moon phases for you on those dates. Okay, hopefully you guys have been enjoying these readings and acquiring some things, or just getting some clarity, even if it is just related to personal growth for you, Gemini. Okay, last shuffle here. So let's get started. All right, one from the top, which is new moon energy, one from the bottom, which is first quarter moon energy, and one energetically from the middle, kind of switched up on me a little bit. The dates that I just mentioned will be in the description box below if you want to kind of mirror any planning around those dates. You don't have to, but if you do, let it be kind of like a reminder type of situation. Like, it's kind of a little bit, late to try and schedule anything on the 10th, but maybe set something on the 17th to remind you to do something. Okay, and then maybe again on the 25th. Okay, something that you know may possibly be easily forgotten. Okay, now with that being said, let's go ahead and get into it. New moon energy for Gemini. What should be the mindset towards your intention or goal? What should be the mindset towards the intention or goal? You guys got nothing coming of the situation. Okay, this came up for Virgo, but it was in the middle. Okay, so it kind of jumped into new moon. Okay, now for you, it may be because this reading is coming directly on the new moon, so maybe right now you don't have anything to do. Okay, just point blank period, for it to have moved up from progress placement to now new moon. Okay, so maybe you're good for right now. Maybe something will be looming after this date, maybe like within a few days. Okay, so just kind of be on task, in the sense of not letting anything like stay standing. Whatever you can get done, just go ahead and get it done, just so that way you can have room to be prepared for something to come. Okay, so first quarter moon energy. Will or have you made any progress by the first quarter moon? Now, again, remember I said there is a week between the 10th, which is today, to the 17th. All right, so you may have a short timeline to possibly get something done. Okay, but make sure you give yourself enough wiggle room so you can get it done. It says, don't let your past hold you back. Okay, don't let your past hold you back. Okay, now this could be something geared towards personal, in the sense of maybe some mental or emotional standpoint with a particular situation, with dealing with a person. Paying attention to any red flags, not in the sense of completely shutting someone out, but just referring to the past as lessons learned. Okay, is the best way that I can put it. And hopefully that makes sense in the sense of emotional stability. Okay. You may have that feeling of like deja vu all over again with a particular situation being similar to the past. Um, if it's similar, try to do the opposite of what you did back then, okay, in order for you to be able to move forward. All right. So, with that being said, let's move on to the full moon energy on the 25th. Has or is the intention or goal being achieved? Okay, come the 25th. And it says, step out of your comfort zone. Okay, step out of your comfort zone. Now, again, this almost feels kind of looming or kind of attached or associated with the 17th, okay? In the sense of doing something that you normally would not do. Like I said, do the opposite of what you did before, okay? And so it may make you feel uncomfortable, but uncomfortable in the best way, okay? Because it'll kind of feel very light-hearted energy surrounding you, which will kind of give you the inclination that everything is okay. All right. If you feel good energy about it, you're not second guessing it, then it's meant for you to come out of that comfort zone that you're used to. Okay. So, with that being said, very light energy for you guys, Gemini. Like I said, you being last in group 2 plus your reading being somewhat late, it's pretty much customary to see this kind of light energy for the monthly manifestations. Okay, you still have the preliminary readings for the rest of the month, so we'll probably see some more energy there. Okay, now we have Pentacle energy here, 2 of Pentacles with an Ace of Pentacles. Okay, putting these together, rebuilding something. Okay, rebuilding yourself. Maybe you've been going back and forth. Some it might be like financial related, in the sense of outweighing an option of an offer being given to you, Gemini. And so you may outweigh your options a little bit on what's better suited for you. But whatever it is that's linked to, whether it be, something of moral, like a moral compass or value, or financial, whatever it is, it rebuilds your character, okay, in a way, okay, of who you are as a person. So that is what this month is about anyway, okay. So look at it in that standpoint when you're trying to make a decision. Make the decision based upon what is best for you moving forward and what you would like to see, okay, for yourself, okay. So we're going to split again. And here we are with the Ace of Pentacles again, with the Queen of Pentacles again. No, actually, I'm sorry, not Queen, King of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, she holds her pentacle in her lap, okay, and is kind of coddling it a little bit. With the King of Pentacles, he has a scepter and he's literally holding it, okay. He is the opposite of the Queen. So this is masculine energy in the sense of not gender, but in the sense of energy, being very assertive, okay? Still a possibility of 2 of Pentacles showing up here and outweighing something, but whatever is more lucrative for you, I think that is going to be the thing that will move you. And it may move you in the sense of stability of finances, okay? And social status, if you will, okay? Now, this is not cups, but again, Pentacles is earth energy. I feel like as far as you being deeply rooted in something is what is going to make you lean towards another option, okay, other than the other one being given to you, okay? Now, as you can see, I'm holding these here. The Ace of Pentacles is on my left, okay, and it's away from this King of Pentacles, okay? So you may end up going for the other thing that, again, is a little bit more lucrative, gives you a little bit more leverage, if you will, financially and personally, okay? If you're really into thinking about your career right now, all right? So let's get into the last shuffle here with the last split. And it is, again, the King of Pentacles with the 6 of Pentacles, okay? Sharing in a way maybe important information to others, or you may have been giving to others in a financial way. And so, only because, again, maybe you want this to be able to do this for some people, but mostly relatives, not friends. Okay, let me just be specific. Okay, and so it could be in the sense of you know, immediate family, like your own family, or maybe parents or something, whatever it is you're about to do. Okay, so it kind of puts you at a high table point of view. And so it's fine if that's what you want to do. I can't change your mind about that. Just, you know, make good decisions, okay? But maybe that's what you've been leaning towards, as being the hierarchy, or just feeling accomplished to be able to do that and give back, okay? Now, this is Six of Pentacles with the King of Pentacles, equals out to 7, all right? You may have to wait a minute before you actually do that. Let things actually accumulate first before you actually start, you know, giving additional money. Kind of get used to that new salary. Okay, so that being said, that is the last shuffle. That is your pre-clarifying energy. That can be for anyone at this point in time. If I lose you after that, it's totally fine. I'll catch you on your next reading. Okay. Everyone else that's staying, appreciate you. I always appreciate all the patronage on the channel. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe so you can be notified the next time I do a reading for your sign. One from the top is for new moon energy. One from the bottom is for first quarter moon energy. And then one energetically from the middle I don't know why I'm going for this middle one, and as I'm going for it, I hear like the Cat and the Fiddle. Someone may like that movie, or maybe your children like that movie, or you've passed it on to them if you've watched it. Maybe you're watching it with your children right now in the midst of this reading. I don't know, or just recently saw it. But there's some message within it that would be useful to you. Okay, possibly. It's just, I don't know why I ended up saying it. Okay, I know of it because of the name, but I can't remember the actual premise of the movie. Okay, but if you know it, got a lesson from it of some sort, by all means, you can let me know in the comments. All right. We'll look at the bottom of the deck momentarily to see what the overall outcome is of this clarifying energy. Okay. So to start with the nothing will come of this situation, it is the King of Wands clarifying it. Okay. Now, nothing will come of this situation matched with this King of Wands, again, is assertiveness and kind of demanding energy, if you will, leadership of some sort. And so being combative about something, depending on who you're being combative with, which could be a fire sign and you being an air sign, could lead to nothing down the line. Okay, no one gets anywhere in the sense of giving ultimatums of some sort. Okay, so giving ultimatums do not work. Okay, with this particular person or with you. Okay, get in where you fit in, but either way, it does not work. Okay. And so nothing will come of it if no one's willing to bend. Okay, and it could be in the sense of work. Okay. So kind of be mindful of how assertive you want to be when compromising. Okay. Next, let's get into, and the reason why you may have also nothing coming of this from the beginning of the reading, like I said, this is now the 10th. Everything's probably already been done leading up to today's date. Okay. So either something has already transpired and there's really nothing more that you need to do but wait for someone to give you a decision. Okay. So with that being said, that's for, you know, obviously whoever that resonates for. Let's get into this first quarter moon energy, which is don't let your past hold you back. And we have the 9 of Pentacles. Okay. More earth energy. Okay. So being truly secure within yourself with this Nine of Pentacles here, whether it be financially or just knowing your worth and value, okay? And that is a sense of learning from your past and not allowing it to hold you back. Realizing that even in your past, you had value and you had worth, and you chose, or a person actually made you feel, kind of belittled you about it, okay? But don't let that hold you back, because you do have value. No matter what someone put you in or how they treated you, you still hold a lot of weight, okay? You know who you are, okay? Geminis, same message that was kind of given to Virgos as well, since Earth energy is here, okay? And so kind of just hold on to that as you move forward. Again, it might be with this first quarter moon is more with an emotional state, okay? Even though this is not Cups energy, this is about really holding your head up high when it comes to this, Gemini, okay? So remember, the month is about your accomplishments as far as your life goals, okay? I've done it recently as looking back at my past, where I came from, starting off with a career in retail. I don't have any children. I got lucky in that sense, but I totally asked for, if I did have children, I wanted to be financially stable. And so thankfully had a couple of close calls, had some close calls, and I could have been a statistic, but thankfully I did not have any, and I'm 40, okay? And so being able to take care of myself, losing, my apartment at 22 years old, losing my father, and having to jump from pillar to post for a while. And yeah, I could have went back home, things like that, but I chose to power through and try to get myself back up on my feet. And so truly had a different lifestyle than what I wanted, and I feel like I may have went through the hard way, but I'm now stable, where I am currently, and just looking for more wealth in the sense of inner work and outside as far as my personal endeavors, okay? So taking the time to really, look at your life as a whole and see where you've come from to where you are now, okay? And that's just, just a little insight to kind of help you guys out too, all right? Let's see what's going on in the full moon energy. Step out of your comfort zone, and it is the Lovers, okay? The Lovers. Not surprised, a little bit of love energy has been going in and out for you guys. All my love readings have been really more so of an awakening in a way, maybe more about, or kind of looming compromising, if you will, kind of opening up between you and another person when it comes to maybe emotional health and mental health, okay? And so kind of just opening up to someone with a sense of this step out of your comfort zone. So maybe it's with someone that you never thought you would be in a relationship with, maybe because they're your polar opposite, but it's really good energy for you, even if it's just platonic, okay? It doesn't have to be romantic. Everyone that you encounter doesn't have to be someone who's romantic. Get to know them first, and then whatever happens after that happens, okay? But whatever it is, whoever this person is to you, like I said, I feel platonic mostly, is someone that you can confide in, okay? And so this person probably wants you to do that because they want to get to know you better, not because, they want to get in your pants or anything, but just really, some form of closeness, all right? So that's the love portion, if you will, and we'll see if it, populates any more throughout the reading. But you can definitely look into that. All my love readings may be of some assistance to you. Don't really remember any platonic kind of feelings going on within the Heart's Desire reading. So all my loves would probably be the best for you in the sense of your own personal, emotional, and mental health when it comes around love. Okay, so you can kind of check those out. They're on the playlist on the channel if you want to go and check out your energy on that. Or the energy shout outs, okay, if you're more so looking towards yourself. All right, you have Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck as the overall outcome. Okay, so again, light communication, maybe in the sense of being very hidden about what you want to share, which is understandable in the sense of learning from your past, not wanting to open up too quickly, or engage in a lot of giving too fast. Okay, that is definitely something I have had to learn. But I'm just a very giving person. I'm a Taurus. And so I will literally give you the shirt off my back without any question, especially if I feel that you genuinely need the help. And I just was raised to share. Okay, that's just one of the things that I've always had instilled in me. So for me, it's definitely hard when, I'm just a very giving energy, but starting to learn to kind of pull back when need be. Okay, people have to earn that from you, which, funny thing about it, I am more stingy about food than I am about personal gifts. Okay, you could tell me that, oh man, I really was looking for this shirt, but I can't find it. It's sold out everywhere that I go. I will figure out a way to find that shirt, and I'll probably get it for you. But when it comes to food, if I don't rock with you like that, you will not sit at my table. I will not feed you. I will not even buy you a $2 cheeseburger, because food is serious to me, because breaking bread with someone really lets you get to know them. So that's just me. Okay. So is I have to laugh at myself for that, because I really am serious when it comes to food. And so I don't invite people into my house like that unless I truly rock with you. Okay. We could probably go out somewhere and we can share a meal in the sense of I pay for mine, you pay for yours. But it really takes a lot before I sit up here and be like, oh, I got it, or I'll pay for yours. And if I give you my food, which I think I've talked about before, if I cook for you, it's a big deal. Okay, that means I rock with you the long way. Okay, so with that being said, that's just a little bit of an example that maybe you guys go through the same thing, Gemini. So hopefully, I truly understand this Page of Swords energy to really just take your time in connecting with a new person, new people, if it's more than one. Okay, just take your time and just enjoy the lighthearted conversation. Okay, so let's get into the next part of your reading, Gemini, with the question of what is the message of support to achieve or manifest for Gemini? What is the message of support to achieve or manifest for Gemini? If anything jumps out, we'll take it. Until then, I'm going to just shuffle lightly until Spirit tells me to stop, and then we'll start from the bottom after we cut the deck. All right, so that's two messages that just jumped out. I'm going to put those there. Are there any other messages, Spirit, for Gemini? No additional messages except for one directly on the bottom. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut. You guys are the first time in a while that something jumped out. So that means these were definitely divine messages. I'm going to go ahead and read this one at the bottom first. It's Trinka 5, manifesting money and income, triple fives. Okay, so a change in your finances, maybe a change in your career. Okay, based off of the decision that you make. Okay, sometime, if not this month, somewhere in the middle of the year. Okay, it will be a change. for some of you. For others of you, if you've already had the change and you haven't held your new salary for a minute, give it until the middle of the year, okay? Because something may be hidden in a way. Again, it's the monthly manifestation. Moon cycles are in place. So, Piscean energy when it comes to the moon, period, okay? And with these, I try to be, as informative as possible, but also respectful of the energy, okay? And per divine, all right? So look, and if you have been seeing triple fives, just pay attention. Later in that day after you've seen it, you may end up getting some kind of message, maybe in your dreams or in your sleep, or just subsequently in conversation that will lead you to what you need. Okay, so one of the messages that jumped out is one enchanted evening. Okay, one enchanted evening, which says the perfect night. Okay, you may have the perfect night with friends or with family, in the sense of just reconvening. Like I said, the Three of Pentacles kind of showing up between Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles, just to get you out if you've been a little bit closed off, or just really needing a breather. Okay, and so go ahead and do it, just so that way you can kind of recharge yourself in social environments. Okay. Next is air, which you are an air element, air sign. Virgo, I believe, got earth in theirs, so you're the second sign that actually got their element during their reading. Okay, so it says air. Work with the element of air to cut through to the core of a situation and see the truth. Okay, work with the element of air to cut through to the core of a situation and see the truth. Okay, so again, King of Wands energy, even though that is fire, okay, you still have Swords energy that came out, which is part of air, yourself, Aquarius and Libra. Okay, you may have one of those signs in your birth chart. All right, but definitely speak truth so you can cut to the chase. Someone may feel like that with you, in the sense of maybe beating around the bush to get a particular answer out of them. They're going to want to know what it is you're really trying to hint at. Okay, so just be perfectly honest, so that way you can get an honest answer back. Okay, so with that being said, let's get into your present self as we get close to wrapping up your reading, Gemini. What is the energy of the present self of Gemini? What is the energy of the present self of Gemini? Okay, Gemini, this present self energy is your conscious self. Okay, as you move through your day to day. Okay, it is different than your higher self, which is your subconscious self that you hide from everyone. Okay, possibly your true feelings of how you feel, which you have been hiding possibly from certain people. Okay, all right, so let's see what's at the bottom of the deck for you guys. And it is change wind. Okay, new energy alert. Welcome to the channel. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe so you can be notified the next time I do a reading for your sign. Okay, I'm gonna hold this closer so you can kind of see. It's this woman kind of pulling at her hair, and it's almost as if kind of gives me a Doctor Strange multiverse of madness kind of vibe. Okay, which is one of my favorite characters from Marvel. Love him and Thor. But it's like she's tangled into this environment, if you will, this community kind of sense, that she can't seem to let go of. Okay, so you may be slightly resistant to any kind of change. In the sense of career, the resistance may just be from not wanting to do something in particular, and that may be what's part of this kind of King of Wands energy of nothing coming of it, in the sense of possibly trying to get rid of it. Okay, something that you may have been trying to get rid of is just not wanting to let go, maybe because you've done such a good job with it, or because there's no other way to get rid of the particular thing that you don't want to do. Okay, it's something that's cemented in a way. Okay, so whatever change you're resistant to is staying attached to you for some reason. Okay, maybe only for a season. Okay, which means eventually it could change, but for right now, can you just deal with it until further notice? Okay, is the best way that I can put it. Okay, but you just have it just bending. Okay, in a way. So let's see what's in the book. Number 24 is attached to this. Focus on, again, if you've been watching me long enough, 2 is about focusing on what it is that we want, not what we don't want, so that way we can progressively move forward with that of which we want. Whatever you don't want, you shouldn't even be thinking about. 4 is protecting the energy, okay, and moving forward in positivity. So let's get into this book here. Okay. This, of course, is again your element of air. And we have resisting change is useless. Be prepared for a change in direction. You have been warned of change, so believe it. Okay? You have been warned of change, so believe it. Winds are caused by changes in atmospheric pressure. When air moves from a higher pressure to a lower or vice versa, it creates movement in the air. Winds are influenced by geography such as mountains and seas. Okay? Winds have been signifiers of change for millennia. Depending where you stand, you can face them, use them, or resist them. Okay? So, wind I associate again with communication of some sort. Okay? Wands is more about action. Okay? And taking a stand, if you will. Okay? But with wind, we push wind out of our mouths when we talk, okay? And so you can either resist the change that's being presented to you in the sense of talking, okay? Learning how to be able to talk and utilize, again, factual. For some of you, it could be something tied to that. For a few of you, because that is something that I feel customary to, is being primarily factual when I'm trying to get my point across. And so for some of you, that may be the case. And so just kind of be choosy of your words. And again, if someone's presenting you something and you're going back and forth about it, you have to look at it from a different standpoint, understand what they're saying, actively listen, do not actively respond. Okay? Now, that's as far as I'm going to go with that, because I can stay here all day long with it. So, let's move on to your higher self, which is, what is the potential energy for your higher self? What is the potential energy for your higher self? Gemini. What is the potential energy for the higher self of Gemini? Last shuffle there. Kind of a big cut from the top. Your higher self is probably thinking a lot subconsciously, okay? We have the law of divinity, okay, which is already came out at least once for one of the other signs. I think it might have been Taurus or someone in week 1. Spirit is saying you get more than one because of what I mentioned before. So, not only do you get the law of divinity, but you also get the law of action. Okay, the law of action, which has get out of your comfort zone, being said yet again in your first spread of the full moon. Okay, and thus we have a wolf here. Get out of your comfort zone and take bold action today. The law of divinity within you is the same source that created the entire universe. Okay? So I think I'm going to read the law of action first. So you guys kind of seem super extended in a way. The law of action. Divinity is on page 15. Law of action is on 65. For a minute I was like it's not in here. So 65 we're going to read first. Well, actually changing to law of divinity first, per spirit. Okay. It says you are divinity in disguise, a god or goddess pretending to be asleep. By drawing this card, your higher self desires for you to stop playing the fool. Let go of anyone or anything that is bringing you down. It is time you awaken to the actuality of who you are, a divine, all-powerful spiritual being. You will receive a sign within the next 24 hours from the universe of your greatness. It is time for you to rise and shine. You are a genius, okay? Within that 24-hour sign could be divine tapping into you during your sleep or maybe a daydream. So kind of pay attention, okay? And just follow your intuition, okay? Let's go ahead and read the law of action to wrap you guys up. You are being called to take inspired action. The universe desires for you to release the experience of paralysis through analysis. In fact, every non-action is an action in the realm of consciousness. By drawing this card, you have a divine appointment to go into silence and listen to the voice within through meditation or prayer. When you get out of your head and get into your heart, you will know what inspired action to take. You have a particular message and gift to give to the world. The energy that keeps you feeling stuck is the same energy that will keep you flying with inertia. Take action now, okay? Call upon someone and give them a love bomb today, meaning tell them how amazing they are and why you love them so much, okay? So that's for some of you when it comes to love, especially in kind of maybe a situation where someone has been motivating to you and you want to be motivating to them, or just tell them thank you for the good advice that they possibly gave you. It doesn't have to be, filled with, again, love bomb, not gaslighting, okay? Thus this Page of Swords energy, just saying a simple thank you. It could be a gift, it could be a meme, something like an inside joke, just so that way they know, or they will know that they truly are appreciated by you, okay? This law of action definitely, as it said, divine coming to you in the sense of meditation or prayer, okay? Based off of that 24-hour message stated in the law of divinity, okay? So if you are someone who is religious or spiritual, look forward to that sign, okay? But just be willing to actually see it, all right? Because it will come like a flash, okay? For some, it may be a little bit over time, all right? So, with that being said, that is all that I have for you guys today, Gemini. Remember, you might be out of sync when it comes to the order of your reading, but I will definitely be giving you guys your preliminaries, okay? So, until then, peace.